quick update on the state of the tomatoes. These were all green just a couple of weeks ago. Now they're turning red. Those were the red ones. And as they decay, I either try and eat them first or get rid of them out to the compost pile. 45 degrees at 8:05 T-Rex. And it's NFL Sunday. Not that the college football's been too bad. And the skiing on television yesterday. Wow, you see those birds in a dogfight? Get them, Rex. So we had just an incredible sunrise this morning. I think we should use that analogy again about the blue team is the cold team, that's heavy, dense air, and the yellow and orange team, that's the warmer air, it's less dense, it goes over the top. And the sunrise this morning, Victoria and Trumbull, Connecticut. How did that happen? Well, you see the clouds are coming in from the west, the sun rises in the east, so the sun gets underneath the clouds and lights them up. Had a pink sunrise here. And there's a nice analogy, too, with the weather. T-Rex, please, we're trying to talk. Can you not do that while we're doing this? Thank you very much. So, an analogy. The colder air, here the temperature map. Here's the temperature map this morning. 20s in Maine, 60s, 70 in Georgia. And if we close in on the northeast, you can even see 50s on Cape Cod, 20s north. So, the colder air is the blue, the warmer air is the yellow, and here is the 850 temperature map going through time, going forward. So we had the cold air yesterday. Here comes the warm air, that's the yellow and the orange. And then here comes the cold air again, that's Monday. Oh, it's all happening so fast. So here's the surface map. Low pressure system coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. There's an occluded front now coming into New England today, and there's a triple point low near Cape Cod. So the real warm air is going to stay to our south, but we are going up into the 40s. Here's Killington now. That was so fun yesterday. There was so much wind. They had to lower the starting gate for Michaela Schifrin. Didn't win, but she looked great, and it looked like really fun. And today is going to be a different kind of course because right, here's the temperature and dew point. You see Killington with the temperature going into the 40s, but the dew point is still in the 20s through midday. Then the dew point jumps up late in the day, and that's when it's going to be unmanageable snow late in the day. But I think as it's going on today, it is going to get pretty ugly, but at least the snow will be somewhat manageable with the drier air before it gets real wet tonight, and we're going to have a batch of rain come through here overnight. I'd say it comes in probably after 1 o'clock in western New England this afternoon and moves out after 1 a.m. tonight. And then dual cold fronts moving offshore tomorrow. Much colder wind is going to come in, especially high up in the mountains where rain may end as snow. And we are going to take a hit, though, this week. Let's go back to that 850 millibar red, orange, so warm air, and yellow and purple. Blue and especially purple is the colder air, and it's trying to come at us again, but there's a major front coming in here on Wednesday. Colder air again Thursday. That front's going to have winds gusting to about 50 miles an hour. We may end up with a thunderstorm around here on Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday night. And then look at all the isobars. Here's the still shot of Thursday. There's a powerful low there in eastern Canada, real strong cold high in the southern United States, and all those black lines, isobars, represent wind. That's going to be the cold air rushing back in here, a little bit like what happened yesterday morning. So really fast changes coming up this week from warmer today, tonight, colder tomorrow night and Tuesday, warmer again Wednesday. The warmest of the weather is going to be Wednesday night. Here's the Killington 14-day forecast, and you can see it looks a lot more like it should have looked 3 weeks ago, if you were talking about climatology anyway, than going into December. So the weather does what it wants. It doesn't really respect a calendar, but everyone on Twitter is talking about this possible stratospheric warming event over the North Pole, and perhaps the polar vortex dislodges. And if you go way out to the 10-day forecast, we may have Arctic air. Look at that boundary in Montana. This is now around, I don't know, about Wednesday or so, first week of December. What's that, around the 5th or 6th? Anyhow, that Arctic boundary may try and sweep across all the northern United States into the second week of December. But until then, we're pretty much on the warmer side here. in the overall picture with these cold shots. And the mountain operations teams are going to be really busy kind of re-grooming the snowpack. Looking forward to watching on TV again today. Last night, went to the Christmas stroll in Weymouth. That was a good time, seeing the community come together for the Christmas spirit. And you want to see some Christmas spirit, you know our friend Henry Swenson. He's the giant pumpkin farmer. He's got the world record for biggest summer squash or some kind of squash. And he now has this tremendous light display. Peter Lovasco went on a tour with him last night or the night before, Peter and Henry, and what a great display. That's in Topsfield, Massachusetts. And you're all welcome, and he even has hours for it. I'll leave you with some what we discovered yesterday in Weymouth. It looks like Great Hill Park is getting a new access from the shelf, and then a little bit of yesterday evening and a little bit of Henry and Peter walking around in his tremendous light display in Topsfield, Massachusetts. Happy Sunday. I guess that's a good thing, right? People really disrespect the shelf with litter. Just hope it doesn't spread up the hill. I guess it's easier to throw litter over a ledge than up a hill, though. So I guess we got that going for us, Rex. The town of Weymouth loves the parks. Don't you, Mr. Headland? Mayor. He gives us some more running room, doesn't it? I'll show him where the Great Hill is. So you know where we are. Do I even want to share this with everybody? Lots of loam all lined up here. Not sure where it's going. Look at Rex doing some hill climbing. You go, boy. It smells good. Lots of bugs. You see them? Those mosquitoes? Do we have a fresh batch of mosquitoes here? Either way, gorgeous. Blue sky. What day is this? Saturday after Thanksgiving. That's the new path. Kind of goes around a corner so you can't see straight down it. And there's your view. Quincy. Boston, how's Nick? Winthrop.
On details tonight, and he stepped up, and the boss came down himself. But he really wanted to be here to see Santa Claus. Have a great Christmas, everyone. If I don't see you before then, and have a great evening. Thank you, Santa Claus.
Voices singing, let's be jolly. Let the halls with boughs of holly rocking around the Christmas tree. Have a happy holiday. Everyone's dancing.
For Paul, and then I put a screwdriver at the end of it so the lights could wrap around it.
So how long does this take you again?
Over 2 months.
2 months?
End of August.
Yeah.
And right about the end of August. And then just ended like a little over a few weeks ago. Fine-tuning stuff the last few weeks.
Did you ever walk through last year?
This is all new. This whole walkthrough is all new. Like this all in here was never here.
It's all walkthrough. This is beautiful. This is the path.
I like looking at it through here. You get a really good perspective of the house from here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, I haven't seen one like this anywhere on the North Shore. I mean, they have some up in Danvers. I don't know if you've seen those ones they do every year.
Yeah, I know. On Arthur Street.
But this is a walkthrough. Very well organized, very well put together. A lot of time, a lot of thought into it. So like a couple months, right?
Yeah, it took a while. I was out here in the summer.
I'll tell you, to be honest, I would probably give up after the first wrap around a tree.
The trees were the toughest.
Were they?
Those were tough, especially the wider trees. It was tough to wrap the lights around them.
All right. Yeah, this is just amazing, dude. I'm sure everybody, there's going to be a ton of people from Gloucester coming up here. You should put a tip donation box out front.
Yeah, my parents like, yeah.
Really?
You could maybe give it, send it to a charity or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of people do that.
That's cool, the basketball hoop.
Yes.